Hello students and welcome back to Microbial Concepts. So today we are going to discuss some questions on biopesticides. Okay, so if you have this particular topic in your theory and practical, then you may get some of these questions in your Viva. Or if you are applying to agricultural institute or a company which deals with the agriculture sector, then you may get some of these questions in your interview. Okay, so one point to be noted here that I am not an expert on this topic, but yes, whatever theory I have learned, depending on that, and whatever knowledge I have or what I understood, depending on that, I had made this video. Okay, so I may miss out some important points or questions in this particular video. So your comments are welcomed, and if you can suggest what particular question can be added or what particular topic you need me to focus on in a next video, I guess. Okay, so your most valuable comments are all welcomed, and I hope this video helps you all. Okay, so let's get started with the questions of biopesticides. So first and very important question is, what are biopesticides? So this particular question can be answered by a definition. A simple definition which says either microbial uh, entities themselves or the products derived from them, like plants uh, and the other biological entities, can be used to control pests and pathogens. Okay, so either a particular microbial cell itself or some derivatives from plants can be used as biopesticides for controlling pests and pathogens. Okay, so bio stands for the biological entities which we are using to control pest. Okay, pest means pest and pathogens. The pesticides. Okay, so sites is a term which deals with the um, killing activity. Okay, so another question is, who discovered biopesticides? Okay, so this question is who discovered and not who invented. Okay, so don't get confused here. The question is who discovered. So in 1901, BT, that is Bacillus thuringiensis toxin, was first isolated from a deceased silkworm by Japanese biologist Shinjetin, or I don't know how to pronounce it, but Shigetin Ishibata, and the Ernest Berliner in Thuringen in Germany then rediscovered it 10 years later in the deceased caterpillar of flower moth. Okay, so these are the two particular scientists who discovered the biopesticides. Then next is, why are biopesticides used, or what is the usefulness of them? Okay, importance of them. So first and very most important point is, we use biological entities to control the agricultural pest and pathogen. Okay, so the complete biological entity can be used, or the derivatives from them can be used. Then second point is, they are biodegradable. They are less toxic and more effective as compared to the synthetic or chemical pesticides. Then next is, what are the five categories of biopesticides, or name five categories of biopesticides. So these are microbial pesticides, first, second entomopathogenic nematodes, second, then third is baculoviruses, and fourth is plant derived pesticides, and fifth is insect pheromones. Okay, so I am not going in detail with the each and every category here, but you can get a question on them as well. Okay, so make a note to at least read this particular categories of the biopesticides. Then another question here is, depending on the category, insect pheromones. So how do insect pheromones work as biopesticides? So these insect pheromones, they are used as biopesticides by using as mating disruption agent. Okay, so the pheromone which are secreted by the insects, they are used as mating disruption agent in orchards and uh, vineyards. Okay, orchards and vineyards, in these particular fields the insect pheromones are used. Okay, then next is, what are BT engineered crops? So BT stands for Bacillus thuringiensis engineered crops. So these are transgenic crops. Okay, so they are genetically engineered crops and they are termed as transgenic crops which express Bacillus thuringiensis, which stands for BT. Bacillus thuringiensis insects protein toxins for the control of lepidopteran pests. Okay, then give an example of a recently introduced commercial biopesticide or a biofungicide. Okay, so if you are going for an industrial interview, at that particular point you may get this kind of question that give some examples of commercial biopesticide or commercial biofungicide which you know, which one is the recently launched in the market and doing very well. So all those kind of questions if you're going for a company interview. Okay, so you can find out examples, at least 2 or 3 examples, or the latest launched example. So here is one which I found is AQ10, which has been developed from a fungi, Ampelomycin quisqualis, and it is qualis, no, quisqualis, Ampelomycin quisqualis is the recent introduction as a control against MPD, that is powdery mildew on grapes. Okay. Then next is how and in which country was the fungicidal insecticide Beauveria bassiana produced? Okay, so how and in which country? So the answer for which country is it was developed in China more than 10 years ago. And how? Answer for that is by harvesting vast amount of the rigorous mycelium from the fermentation, that is from the liquid stage. Okay, so the fungi was cultured in a liquid state, the fermentation was done and the mycelia was harvested and then it was transferred into a semi-solid medium, okay, which consisted bran, sugar, agar, minerals, etc. And from that the final product was obtained. Okay, so this was about Beauveria bassiana. The next is give the mode of action of bacterium Burkholderia capaci, or which was also known as or is known as Pseudomonas capaci, okay, as a biological control agent. So here I have taken this one particular example. You may also get questions on other bacteria or fungi which are used as a biopesticide. Okay, so you can also get a question like what is the mode of action of the Bt toxin? Okay, so this is from the Bacillus thuringiensis toxin. So depending on that, you make a list of some biopesticides, then see the or find out, try to find out the mode of action of them. Okay, so this is how you prepare for your interview and your viva. Okay, so I'm here just to give you idea about what kind of questions you may get. So this is one of that. So the Burkholderia capaci is a bacteria which produces antifungal compounds such as siderophores. Siderophore is a compound which chelates iron, okay, from the soil or from the nearing vicinity. So it produces antifungal compounds such as siderophores and chlorinated phenylpyrrole antibiotics as well as hydrolytic enzymes like beta-1,3 glucanases. Okay, so you should at least be able to give two mechanisms if possible, if there are such mechanisms, like more than 2 or 3 mechanisms available. Yeah, then next is what are crystal proteins of Bt. So here we are talking again about Bt toxin. So the crystal proteins are protoxins which are or which require the proteolytic conversion into smaller toxic peptides. Okay, so the crystal protein is actually a protoxin which needs the conversion into smaller toxic peptides, right, in the midgut of the insect. So this happens, the conversion happens in the midgut of the insect. Now this particular insecticidal, that is the protein toxin, it kills insects, so it is known as insecticidal protein. Okay, and it is also called as endotoxin, 5-endotoxin. So it is believed that this particular toxin, it causes osmotic imbalance by creating pores in the cell membrane of the midgut epithelium of the susceptible insect, and thus the insect dies, or the uh, in whichever stage the toxin attacks, that particular stage of that insect gets killed. So which are the baculoviruses types? This is the another question. Okay, so baculoviruses compose a single family, that is Baculoviridae, which composes two genera of occluded viruses. First is nuclear polyhedron virus, also known as or also called as nuclear polyhedrosis viruses, and granulovirus, also known as granulosis virus. Okay. Then the last and very important is the advantages of biopesticides. So the advantages are: very first, biodegradable and less toxic. Then they can be more effective in long term. Effectiveness in small quantities, right? You can apply very small quantities of biopesticides and they get quickly decomposed. Okay, so this is how you can also avoid pollution, which is the major problem with the synthetic pesticides or chemical pesticides. Biopesticides can be less expensive, okay, and they affect only targeted pests, so they are host specific, unlike the broad spectrum chemical or synthetic pesticides that can take effect, or sorry, that can affect that can show effect on the other unintended host like insect, bird, mammals, humans, etc. Okay, so these were the advantages of biopesticides. Now there are lots and lots of questions on this particular topic, that is biopesticides, but I am not able to cover each and everything in just 10 minutes of a video. So this was about to just give you an idea about what kind of questions you may get in your viva or interview. Okay, so I hope this video is helpful to you all. So thank you for watching my video. Do like my video, do share my videos with your friends, and do subscribe to my channel, and do recommend your friends to subscribe my channel as well. Okay, so now if you need videos on some other topics as well, then you can comment those topics in the comment box. I will try to upload video as soon as I get time. Okay, so all the best and keep watching, keep supporting. Thank you.